Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just popping on real quick. Hey, Cindy. Trying to look at the comments as I get things going here. Let me go ahead and do a really quick introduction. Y'all know if I'm not front facing, that means it's a no makeup, bad hair day, the whole 9 yards. So we also have in the San Antonio, Texas area, like west of us, we also have some really, really bad weather coming our way. So I wanted to go ahead and just quickly jump on, and hopefully we've got great internet throughout this whole next probably half an hour. So when you come on, say hello. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I am a demonstrator with Stampin' Up!, and I'm here every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time in order to show you how to do 12 by 12 page layouts using your Stampin' Up! Products. So if you are not familiar with Stampin' Up!, we are a paper crafting company, and we do cater to all levels of crafters. So thank you for joining, and if you see a live, probably up here in my top left-hand corner, only because I can see this from my end, you're watching me live on Facebook. Otherwise, you might be watching the replay or watching the replay on YouTube, my YouTube channel. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, thank you very much. And I hope you're getting some inspiration and some great ideas in order to help you with your paper crafting projects, your layouts, home decor items, your cards, and I hope you learned some little tips and tips and tricks along the way. Say that 5 times. Hi Bev, hi Landa, and Jackie. Welcome, ladies. Y'all don't see my face because it's like no makeup right now and bad hair day, and I woke up with a headache this morning, so I'm just not feeling it. I wasn't feeling the want to go upstairs and like really put myself together so that I could be a little more presentable for you guys. So I know y'all would love me anyway, but I just could not do that to y'all. So, but anyway, when you come on, say hello, and if I'm talking to people, it's probably the people that are watching me live. I promise to you, I'm not that crazy. I would not go live and just talk to myself, but let me go ahead and get some little announcements out of the way, and then we can get started on our layout for tonight. All right. So the first thing I always want to point out is that when you join my email list, you do get a free PDF tutorial, and you're also going to get a Stampin' Up! Catalog, which this is the new catalog that comes out May 5th. So in the next week, we will be able to open the pages of this catalog and show you what's on the inside. But if you don't already have a demonstrator that you get a catalog from, I would love to be able to send you one. It's not going to come bound or anything like that, but I do have some on hand to be able to mail out to you. And let's see, and if you're an active demonstrator, I know you already have your copy of your catalog, or you've got some coming your way, but I have a different special gift for you. So I'm not going to leave you guys out. You still get the free PDF tutorial as well. And this link will be in the description after the video, or while you're watching, you can always scan the QR code if you have another device to scan that for. Okay, so let's get that announcement out of the way, and just remind you that we are in our Paper Pumpkin subscription period for next month's kit, which is called Batter Up. And if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's our monthly paper crafting subscription service where you can opt to purchase it, you know, one time only or month to month. You can get prepaid subscriptions. Lots of different opportunities in order to take advantage of Paper Pumpkin. But I will tell you that the subscription deadline every single month is the 10th of the month. So you have until May, and next month's is called Batter Up. And let's see. this kit is going to have enough supplies to create 9 cards, coordinating envelopes, and this particular one just happens to have some bubble gum in it. So it says you can chew while you craft, or you can slide it into a card. Every single month the kits are different. They're different themed. They'll always have an ink spot. I think the one I showed last on Sunday's video, I put that one away already, but there's always going to be an ink spot in there, so that's a great way to be able to build your color collection. These kits are portable. There's always an exclusive stamp set that you're only going to get in Paper Pumpkin kits, and these kits have all the supplies that you need in order to complete those projects. And the box gets delivered straight to your mailbox. So wherever you get your mail, that box will come to your mailbox every single month, roughly about the same time. It all varies. I know I never know when I'm going to get mine. So let's see. Oh, in product shares, I started invoicing yesterday, but you actually have until May 3rd to participate in any of my product shares, which a product share is like a co-op. So all of the new designer series paper, the ribbons, the accessories / embellishments, there's 3 different shares that I'm offering, and I'll put that link in the description as well. But basically you and a few other people are just sharing full packages of new product so that you can get a sampling of all of the new designer series papers that are going to be in that catalog that I showed you, plus 1 to 2.5 yards of each ribbon, and then embellishments are also divvied up as well. I think it's usually between 4 to 5 people depending on how everything's cut. So you can just participate in 1, you can participate in 2, or you can participate in the I Want It All share, which is, I want to say it was one, I don't have my prices with me, but it was just a little more than $100, which is a really, really great deal, by the way. Okay, so May 3rd is the final deadline for the first round of paper share. So if you're interested in that, go visit the link after the video is done. Okay, and then let me go to this one really quick, just to remind you, there is a last chance product sale that is still going on. There's still some really great deals on things that are going to be retiring from the current annual catalog that we have. Plus, there's also clearance items as well. And don't forget, if you're a demonstrator and you're watching, as demonstrators, we get our 20 to 25% discount on top of whatever the sale prices are and the clearance prices are. So while most people get to shop at, just the discount level, we're shopping at much higher discount levels. So that is an awesome perk of being a demonstrator. I will tell you that. And then the last thing that I want to just kind of throw out there, some of you, if you're on my mailing list and I have your physical mailing address, and you're not already a demonstrator, you might have received this particular card in the mail, or it's probably still on the way. But beginning May 4th through May 31st, there is a kit special. Okay, and the back of this says, if you have a nice size wish list, this is the time to purchase your kit. Be a part of the Stampin' Up! Family and my Be So Creative team. Plus, with your new product that you can add new product to your kit. And this is only good beginning May 4th through 31st. As always, there's no obligation with our kit. This is perfect for someone who wants to take advantage of getting a discount on their crafting supplies, their paper crafting supplies, especially our quality Stampin' Up! Supplies. So there will be the link to that in the description as well, but don't forget, it does not start until May 4th. So if you have a pretty good size wish list, you might consider taking advantage of the no obligation kit special coming up. Okay, so now let's give away a prize, and here is the wheel of names. And if you're wondering how do you get your name on this wheel. Every single week I do a drawing for people that liked, commented, and shared my video. And if you share, you get your name on the wheel twice. And that's just as an extra thank you for sharing my videos, because that does help me and my business. And so let's see who wins. Let's go ahead and get this going. And the prize is another 4x6 sampling of the True Love Designer Series paper that I used on page 8 layouts. Gina Taylor, Aunt Gina Taylor. So Gina, I haven't looked to see if you're watching. I know you were watching me last week. I don't see Gina on here just yet, but we've got your, I think I have your mailing address, but congratulations. I'm sure you can come up with something really cute with, with this designer series paper. So we'll see, but congratulations, Gina. I'll put this off to the side. That way we can get going. And while I'm putting this off to the side, just want to point out the April online ordering host code is up here. And this is the QR code. So if you see any products during the demonstration tonight that you would like to purchase, and let me just preface that with a little disclaimer. Some of the things that I'm going to be showing you tonight are new product that you can't get till May 4th anyway. So I'll try to point those out. And the layout that we're going to be doing, if y'all joined me on Sunday, y'all saw me make these 2 cards. And while I have these 2 cards out, I want to clarify something too, because I realized afterwards when I was editing the video and posting the links that I misspoke on something. Specifically on this card right here. This die on the left, I had that die accidentally in with these dies, which are the new scalloped contour dies. And when I was putting things away, I was like, well, let me just point this out. If you're ever wondering how many dies actually come in your set and you don't want to go look in the catalog, you can always look on your Stampin' Up! Packaging, and like right here, it says quantity, and then there's a number right here. There's 8. So when I was putting things away Saturday, I kept coming up with 9. And I'm like, okay, am I just miscounting? Or do I, like, clearly something was not right. And then I realized that that scalloped edge die went actually with the pinned flowers dies. So for some reason I thought when I was putting things away, I accidentally put this die in with the scallop contours, but this die actually goes with, and I didn't intend to use 2 different sets of dies. I could have easily used the scallop that's in there, but I just didn't want to use that one. I wanted to use that one. So that's just my little oopsie clarification there. So on this card, which is a prize, by the way, next week's prize, that came from a different die set that's also new, by the way. And I loved the card so much, you guys, that I decided to do a layout featuring the same designer series paper, which the designer series paper that we used is designer series paper that is only going to be available beginning May 4th. And it's only going to be available to hosts or people that place orders of $150 or more. And the paper is called Pattern Party Designer Series paper. And let me tell you, you guys, I'll repeat it just like I did Sunday. I'm bringing it up a little closer. This is a 12 by 12 pack of paper. So there's 48 sheets in here, 12 by 12 paper. And then if you didn't see Sunday's video, I fanned all of these out so that you could see all of the designs. There's 12 designs and there's 4 sheets of each design. So I'm trying to get these fanned out so you can kind of get an idea. This one right here, I used this paper in a leaders group swap, so I only have this one last piece left. But that is one of the pieces as well. Lots of fun colors, even a couple of the new colors. And then that's just one side. But when you flip it over, you've got all of these black and white images, and then on that one there's that one right there. So it reminds me of the True Love Designer series paper, where you could color the flowers and add some color here and there and really pick what color you want things to be. So imagine that. This whole package of paper, normally it has a $30 value to it, but for hosts, for qualifying hosts, you can get it, this whole pack of paper. It's 48 sheets, 12 by 12, for only $18. Oh my goodness, $18. That is a lot of paper. And like I said, this card that I made Sunday uses some of that paper. And so does that one, that pool party polka dot back there. And then the color and contour dies, I used to make those cards as well, and we're going to be using the large die in here, as well as a few of the stamps from Color and Contour. So all of those are new products, not available until May 4th. Some for customers and some only for hosts. So I hope you like the colors and the paper, because we're going to be using that again tonight. Right? So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to keep it simple tonight. I really am. Yes, Jackie, that is a great piece. I mean, I'm really loving, it has so many different pieces of paper in it that you can really choose what you want to go in that, as far as all of your accent pieces and things like that. So let me move that out of the way, because I need this whole area to show you guys what we're going to be doing. And we're going to be working with this particular designer series paper. So this is going to be our actual 12 by 12 base of the layout that we're going to be working with. Okay, so let me just go back and make sure I didn't miss anybody. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And let's go with this piece of... Tonight's going to be just a little bit different, because I'm going to show you guys how to... where's my ink? Oh, you know what? I had these off to the side. By the way, the April special, let me bring that back. That host code. If you see any products that you'd like to order this evening that are currently available, or even if you want to wait till May 4th in order to be able to get some of the newer products that I'm showing you, in April, right now, we only have a couple of days left till April, but by the way, anyway, this is the host code in order to get the free kit in the mail for the month of April. And if you don't already have Mother's Day cards ready and available to be mailed out, you're going to want to get this set of cards. So you're going to get a free kit in order to make all 4 of these Mother's Day cards. Well, that one's Mother's Day. Everything is cut for you, die cut for you. The only parts that aren't done are the stamping. And then that one's blank on the inside. And then you have this one. And then that was overkill. This is my sample, you guys. I remember on the video that I did the demonstration, we just made it real simple. So, but there's that one, and then this one right here is simple stamping. So there's no dies or anything to that one. That just showed the the masking technique. But you're going to get a free kit in order to make all 4 of these cards. But like I said, you do need to own the Welcoming Window Bundle in order to complete those as designed, or you can substitute for maybe another stamp set that you have. Okay, so we're going to take this large piece of basic white cardstock, and let's get some adhesive kind of randomly on here so it will stick down pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to put this one, not quite in the middle, but a little more down here. And I'm just lining up the edge from edge to edge because it does take, it is the same width as the 12 by 12 sheet. Okay, so we've got that piece right there, and then I have this really thin piece of pale papaya, which, by the way, pale papaya is one of our new in colors. I have a little bookmark down here showing all of the in colors. I showed it Sunday too, so if you want to go back and check out Sunday's video, go do that. Now this little piece right here, I'm going to line up right beneath this piece of basic white, but I'm going to butt it up to this piece of basic white. Okay, so we've got that little piece in there, and then I have these 3 pieces. I've got 3 of these. These are 3 of the, I've already stamped. I stamped this image in Memento Black, and then I stamped this image in Pool Party, and then I used our light Misty Moonlight blend in order to color the center, just to give it a little color. There's Misty Moonlight that's part of this designer series paper. Okay, so we're gonna let me put a dimensional. I'm gonna put a large dimensional on the back center of these stamped and die cut flowers. And there is a die cut that goes with this, so it makes it super, super easy in order to put these down. Now these little blocks right here are mainly for decoration. They're little square blocks. I'm going to put one up here, and I'm going to try to use that designer series paper to line it up. That way it's straight. And then we're going to put one of these flowers on there, and then let's do the other one down here at the bottom. I'm just using Seal Plus, but of course you can use any choice of your own adhesive. Let's do this. Let's put the flower on first. There's another flower that's going to go behind it, so let's put that on there first. And then we're going to take one of these flowers, which is another one of the flowers from Color and Contour. It's that one right there. And I stamped that one in Memento Black as well. And I used the Granny Apple Green. This is light. No, this one's dark. I used the dark Granny Apple Green in order to color the little leafy parts. And then in order to stamp all 4 of those flowers at the same time, this particular image right here just goes over that, and I stamped that in Pool Party because I really did like that color combo. Just going to grab some glue dots here because we are going to put this flower. Let me get a glue dot right here, and I've already put dimensionals on the back of this one. I put a large one in the largest center, and then I used the mini ones on these smaller pieces just to make sure that it's going to stick. Okay, now on this, I'm going to put this flower kind of right behind here, just so it kind of looks like a flower box. And let me peel these little dimensional backings off so we can attach this to our, we're going to put this right here, this bottom right hand corner. And because there's dimensionals on here, you know, things are kind of coming up off the page just a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with this one. But I'm going to wait to put adhesive because I want to make sure that I position this right. Now I'm going to have to go and do the next step. So let's get some dimensionals on the back here. And I'm not going to take the backings off just yet until I'm certain. But I am going to attach this to this little box for now. Okay, so I'm going to set that off to the side just for now, because the next thing I want to do is, and this is going to be something that you can definitely add to any of your page layouts. Okay, I'm going to introduce to you, let me pull these over here. Oh, you know what, guys? I do have another announcement that I need to make, but I'm going to make it like when I'm done with the video. So let me get this piece of paper and put it like right here next to me. I'm just showing you this album because, and I don't have my regular current annual catalog right next to me, but we have, let me go get it. Let me get it. That way I can show you what page it's on. This is our current catalog, so I'm not showing anything that you can't already see for yourself. But on page 154 of our current annual catalog, we do have a basic black album, and then we also have a variety pack of your photo pocket pages. And what I'm going to be doing tonight is showing you, now the photo pocket pages, you get 12 pages, there's 5 different designs, and they're $6, okay? So you're going to be getting, I don't know if you can see these, but there's perforations in here so that you can put pictures. These actually are really designed for our Memories and More card kits. So you can see right here in the current annual catalog, they've used the Flowers for Every Season Memories and More card pack and the World of Good Memories and More card pack. Now in our current mini catalog, we also had the Dandy Garden ones as well. But these are great. This was another great alternative to our 12 by 12 page layout. So if you like to do a lot of photo album scrapbooking, this is the only album that we sell. Now you got 2 of that design, there's 2 of that design, and it just, the pictures just get kind of moved around, and some are bigger than others. No, there's 3 of those. Sorry, there's 3 of those, and then you have 1, 2, 3 of these where you can put 4 pictures on, and then you have 2 of these where you can put 2 4x6 pictures on, and you can always use the front and the back. And then there's 1 that has I guess a 5x7, 6x8, I think it's a 6x8 picture. Okay, so we're going to be using 1 of those on today's layout. We're going to be using this one where you can put 2 4x6 pieces on, and I'm going to put this right here. I'm not going to actually put this on here. I'm going to do something different with it, but I have 2 die cuts of this scallop die from the contour dice set that I showed you. It's the largest one. We're going to put these down, and these are going to be photo mats. So let me make sure I'm putting adhesive on the right side, which with your dies you can always tell if there's a smooth side or the back side of the die cut. Okay, so I want this to be centered on here, and I'm going to slide this back behind here. I'm going to try to get up here in the front where I can see. I didn't put too much adhesive on it because what I really want is just the scallops to show, I'm going to tap that down. And then let me get this other one. Some adhesive on the back of this. I'm going to try to hold that in place. And I'm going to slide this other one kind of right here. I didn't intend for those to get that close. What happened? Let me see if I can pull that up without it going crazy and getting ripped. I wanted it to be a little higher. It's coming up. There we go. Woo. Let's see. There we go. I think that's it. I think that's it. We're going to make it if it's not. And of course this one kind of got stuck, so let's do that. Just trying to figure out. The other one I had both of them this way, but I'm not sure what happened with me turning it sideways. Maybe both of them were sideways. Oh, you know what? I'm not looking at my picture, you guys. They're both sideways. That's why. That's what's the problem. If you're like, my picture. Yeah, I have to take a picture of what I do beforehand so that I know how to put it together. And sometimes I'm not looking at my picture. I'm just trying to wing it. There you go. Okay, so now we have these pictures back here. And they're back here for a reason. Okay, but I needed to put this down in order to show you a guide. All right, so now what I'm going to do is this particular piece right here, it's not going on here. Okay, so let me get some adhesive on the back of this. And then let me take these backings off, because now that I have those other two pieces down, I know where I need to put this. And there won't be a journaling box on here, although I'm going to leave a little bit of room. I'm going to put this one right here in the center. I left a little bit of room right here. And this little area can be a little journaling area. So if you have a small box that you want to put there, you can do that. Or, this one looks crooked to me. Or you can just simply put a photo there. If you have a small enough photo that's probably maybe like a 3x3 size, you can put it there. This looked crooked to me. And there is adhesive, which, let me see. I don't have my little scrubby thing. I've got some adhesive on there, and I didn't intend to put adhesive there, so I'm going to have to put something there to cover that up. But anyway, let's go back to this piece right here. This is one of the photo pocket pages, and we're going to be putting this on here, but on the outside. And let me show you what I'm talking about. But in order to do that, because Stampin' Up! Doesn't have, these are the only pocket pages that we have, I wanted to get it covered up. I want to cover up this little strip right here. So I cut a strip that matches that length and that width, and I put some tear and tape on the back. And let me peel that tape off, and we're going to cover this little edge right here. Okay, so this should, if my measurements were right, this should cover up, there we go, that little piece right there. And then it leaves it open enough to where it will flat backwards. Okay, so, but what I want to do on the other side is I want to put some more tape. But I'm not going to peel this tape off just yet. And I want to make sure, get this straight, because this tape on the other side, we just want it to be nice and clean when we take this off. Okay? Okay, so I have this strip of cardstock on this side, and you can definitely dress up this piece of cardstock if you wanted to. You could put stickers on it. If you wanted to lay some ribbon down, you could definitely lay some ribbon down if you wanted to. And then there's also sticky tape on the back, or tear and tape adhesive on the back. Okay, so I'm looking at my picture again just to make sure, because you guys, last week when I did last week's layout, let me get, I'm getting the layout. Let me bring the layout back. Y'all, last week when I was taking the picture, and then when I was going back and looking at some of the comments, this bow that I made, if y'all watched last week, some of y'all were telling me in the comments, did you do something with that bow, and what you got to put the bow on? I had totally forgot about that bow, and it was kind of sitting up here in the right hand side, and when I went to go take the picture, that's when I noticed it was loose. But the bow actually went right here, right underneath the Mother's Day little greeting there. So just wanted to show you, I did put the bow where the bow belonged. So the bow has a home. Okay, so let's do this, because everything that's on here, that's the completed layout except for this. Okay, now I'm going to show you when I put these in my albums, the pieces that I use, the scrapbook pages that I use, they always have this filler piece of white paper in, but I never use that, so I always take that out. Now, I will tell you, Stampin' Up! Does not sell anything like this. That is my problem. So I'm continuing to use another company's scrapbook page protectors in order to be able to put in my albums. And I like these because they have they're protectors, and they're full 12 by 12, and then they have the little hooks already in the edge, so that when I go to put this in my album, I just thread that thing through, and this whole piece becomes part of my album. Okay, but what I was going to show this to you is, and let me get this right, because this is going to go in my album, and it's a layout, so it needs to go this way. So that means I need to slide my paper in backwards. So we're going to slide this in backwards. And those of you that have you know, scrapbooks, and you go to put your things in there. Why is it catching? It's catching on something. Technical difficulties here. It's catching on something, so let me do this. Why is it catching? It's catching on something. Let's try this again. Let me turn it this way, it's just so I can see what it's catching on. That's the problem, trying to get things back in. If they are not completely flat, they're going to catch on things, but I'm trying to get, there we go. All right, hold on. Why is this catching? This is the layout. This is the back end. Let's try this. I normally do not have this much problems getting my layouts in my little things here, you guys. Okay, here we go. All right, woof. That was a little workout. But I had to do it backwards because when I go to put this in my album, the next page, the layout has to slide in this way. So when you go to put the next page in, anyway, it's a science. It's a science. So anyway, going back to this little piece right here. So now that I have my layout in a protective page, we're going to put this on, and we're going to put this on simply by just taking that piece of adhesive strip off. And I want this to go over here on the left. So let me see if I can line this up like I did earlier. It's going flush with the left. Okay, and I don't have, I'm going to use something else in the meantime just to put something there. So let me do this. It's not going to be part of the final picture, but I am looking for, because I don't have pictures. Let's put that one, and let's put, I don't know, let's put that one, just so I can show you what I'm talking about. So basically, adding one of these photo pocket pages to your scrapbook layout, but adding it to the outside, that gives you an opportunity to be able to add a couple of more pictures to your layout, so that when people are looking through your album, they see the pictures that are here. So let's just pretend, and let's pretend that these are actual pictures. And all I'm doing is sliding in one of the Memories and More cards from What a Year, which is one of our new Memories and More card kits. So I had this one open, so I just pulled a couple from that. And we're just going to pretend like these are pictures. Okay, so if somebody's looking at your album, they see these pictures that you have right here. Or if you decided to use one of the Memories and More cards, the packs, the journaling boxes, you could definitely keep this journaling box there. Okay, so say you had a picture there, your journaling box here, and then because it's on the outside, you're able to open it up. And so you also have another opportunity to maybe write something on the back or slide another picture back there. Let's slide, I don't know, let's slide this one. These aren't going to be part of the layouts because they don't match, and this is going to drive me nuts that these colors don't match. But let's just say that's another picture, and say you put another picture on this side. So if we didn't have this on here, then this layout would just be enough for 2 pictures. But because we added this little photo flap using one of our pocket pages, then you have another area for another picture, 2 pictures, journaling box, and then when you flip it over, you've got more room right here for journaling box, more photos, and then you have these 2 photos here, and it's flat. So when you're not creating, you can see how flat that is. There's not a whole lot of bulk to this as opposed to just, you know, totally going crazy and having all of these photo boxes on here. So the other side will have more visible photos, but that is one way that you can use your photo pocket pages in order to add another layer to your scrapbook layouts. Is that not cool? That's cool. And it's flat. So, and it's more interactive, I guess you could say. So when people are flipping through, you can open this flap. And if you really want to get crazy, you can just start adding flap upon flap upon flap. And then before you know it, you've got like a whole layout of pictures that are part of your layout. So I'm going to replace these with something different. That way when I take my pictures, you guys can see, you know, what you can do with this. And I'm going to probably put something right there to cover up that little adhesive boo-boo that I have. So there is your layout 9, page 1, using the new color and contour bundle, but also using the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. It's going to leave that flap open. And then I'll just take multiple pictures and post them later. So when I'm done with the video, I'll go update the description. But before I forget, you guys, anyway, I hope you enjoyed tonight's layout. Yes, Stella. Yes, Stella. Yes, Jackie. Absolutely. Add those flaps to the outside of your layouts in order to extend your layout. Yeah, add more pictures. So if you're like me, you don't really like throwing a lot of pictures away, but you still want to put them in your album, then definitely add a flap. We're going to start seeing more flaps. But we also have our medium-sized envelopes too that you can use those for flaps as well. Okay, so one other thing that I didn't say at the very beginning, and I'm glad I saw my piece of paper, because I did ask another demonstrator that lives here in San Antonio, Texas. Some of you may know her. Her name was Candy Rattray. And Candy, I consider my scrapbook foster mom here in the San Antonio, Texas area. But I get her emails, and I don't know about you guys, but whenever I can do, what I love to do and be able to help people, I think it's a really great feeling when we can use our craftiness for a good service, not just in the public, but when we know other demonstrators personally. And let me share this little snippet for you here, and I'm going to put the links in the description when I'm done. So just give me a few moments here. This fundraiser, Candy is putting on a fundraiser, and I believe one of these ladies is on her team. Her name is Martha SAENZ, and she lost her only child. I'm going to start crying, you guys. She had a 17-year-old son, and she lost him last week. And I'm seeing if I can read this because I have like tears in my eyes right now. But she lost him to osteosarcoma. I don't know if you know what that is. It says it's a type of bone cancer. Her son was sick for 3 years. And although insurance and family helped a lot, there's still a significant debt. Now it's time to lay Nick to rest in a meaningful way, and that will cost more money. Please help us ease Martha's load and honor Nick's memory, and together we can make a difference. And Candy has put on a fundraiser where there's 3 options. I have already personally signed up for one of these options, but one of the options is for $20. There's an in-person card class where you can make 5 all-occasion cards. All the supplies are prepped, including adhesives, plus envelopes and a time slot to come stamp with her, with social distancing in place. And Martha's going to be dropping by to say hello, which is very special. And then the second option is a $25 class by mail. And all supplies are prepared in individual envelopes, plus a PDF tutorial to help you complete the cards with ease. You may add on the stamp set if you wish, or use what you have on hand. Or the third option is for $25. You can receive 5 handmade stamped all-occasion cards. They'll stamp your cards for you and mail them complete to you, because we can't stamp and send images to be put together. And your people will love receiving them, and you will give them with extra pride knowing that you made a difference in your purchase. So anyway, as far as the deadline for the May class, which is like next weekend, I want to say she said it's the 30th. I wrote it down, but I didn't bring that other sheet with me. But she's going to Maui as well. So she's won her Maui trip, and she's going to Maui, and she's going to leave the links open. So if you want to be able to attend, if you're anywhere in the Northeast San Antonio, Texas area, it's going to be at the Tower City Church, which is just right around the corner from me, this next Saturday. And so obviously I can't be there because I'm going to be at a retreat, but I did get I'm going to get my husband to go pick up my kit instead of having her ship it to me. But all of the proceeds from that event are going directly to Martha in order to help her be able to lay her son to rest, her 17-year-old son that she lost to a type of bone cancer. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and if you're interested, just visit the link. It's going to be at the very bottom of the description because I just added that on as a last minute after I got permission from Candy to share this with you guys. So, and you can also feel free to share that link with anybody else. She's leaving the link open so that when she comes back from her Maui trip, she's going to do a second event as an extension from the first event. So anyway, definitely if you can, if you want to help, a fellow demonstrator, let's help her out. I can't imagine losing my son. I only have one son too, and he's 16. I can't imagine losing and then having that kind of a battle for that long and then being in that particular situation. So I'm going to do what I can help. And then ladies, if you can do what you can to help, I'm sure that Martha would just be so appreciative. So, but there you have it this evening, you guys. Didn't mean to cry on y'all there for a moment and get all choked up, but sometimes things hit a little close to home. But anyway, if you want to join me, I don't even know what that got my mind all mixed up. I don't even know what this next Sunday is. I just know I'm going on a retreat. It might be a pre-recorded video. No, that's the following weekend. Never mind, you guys. I'll see y'all Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you would like to join me, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing just yet, but it will be fabulous, I promise. And it'll most likely be something with something new. It won't be color and contour because I've already done this for 2 weeks in a row, and it'll be something different. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's layouts. Thank you for spending your Wednesday evening with me, and y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.